Hey guys, welcome back, or welcome if you are new. My name is Shelby Marybeth. Today's video is going to be an all-day clean with me. It was right after Easter, so my house was completely trashed. But it was just from having so much extra family time this week, just over spring break and just Easter. We had so much family come and visit, so we were spending time with them. Cousins were coming over to our house to play with our kids, and it just got super messy even after Easter. So I am ready to clean this all up, get a grocery order in here too because we are completely out of groceries, and just get our house back to where it needs to be. So if you are right here with me in a messy house and you need to get it under control, come clean with me. I hope I get you motivated today. And as we get started, let me know how your Easter was and your spring break. I feel like this year is already flying by. I cannot believe it is April already. So I had made this grocery order super early this morning. I didn't even have time to go through my fridge before getting it so that I had room for everything that I needed to get. So I'm just going through here, getting all the leftovers that are bad out of here, anything that's expired out of here because it's been a while since I went through my fridge. So I just did that basically as quickly as possible so that I could get everything on my counters into our refrigerator. So I'm just going to start by putting away the cold and frozen items first, and then I'll get to all the other things on our counters. I definitely needed to clean up our kitchen. It was a little out of control, and typically I like to have it clean before getting the grocery order, but that did not happen this morning, and that's okay. We're going to get it under control right now. I'm going to make my way back to the kitchen. Do not worry, it is not done, but I really wanted to get our sheets inside the washer going. That way I could throw them back onto our bed by the end of the day. So when I wash my master bedroom sheets, I like to just take them off the bed, throw them in the wash, put them in the dryer, and then put them straight back on the bed. That way I don't have to sit there and fold sheets because I don't know who likes folding sheets, but I definitely do not. So I just feel like this kind of makes the process easier and faster, which is a time-saving hack, if you want to call it, that I feel like all moms could use. So now that I have the sheets going in the washer, I'm going to start finishing up our whole breakfast nook area over here, cleaning it up, cleaning up our kitchen. My kids had gotten into the chalk, and let's just say they got it all over. They've also been playing with Play-Doh, so that is just all over the floor, all over this table. And my daughter's actually pretty good about getting the big chunks. I'll ask her to pick them up off the floor if they fall or anything, but there's all those little tiny pieces of Play-Doh. I have a love-hate relationship with Play-Doh. It keeps my kids entertained for such a long time, but since they are still so young, 4 and 2, I still have to watch them pretty closely because Owen will still try to stick it in his mouth, and all those little pieces fall everywhere on the floor. Luckily, it is not hard to clean up, so I am grateful for that. Cleaning for me is such a domino effect. If I clean one area, I'll notice something else that needs to get cleaned in that area. So it's this progression of cleaning. I wasn't planning on cleaning out their booster seats here, but I noticed because I was cleaning up the table how dirty and crummy they were. So I decided to go ahead and wash them off. And then from there, I start cleaning up the floor because all the Play-Doh's on the ground. I notice how dirty the legs on our chairs and our table are, so I end up washing all of those off too. I feel like there should be a book similar to If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. You could write one if you give a mom a broom or something, and if you're familiar with the book If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, then you will know exactly what I am talking about. So anyway, you will also notice through this whole video, I am going to be picking up so much of this Easter basket fluff. It's that paper stuff that goes inside an Easter basket. I had left it unattended on the counter, and of course, my 2-year-old thought it was so much fun. So it is literally spread all throughout our house, but I should have known better. So while I was down there, I noticed how dirty the legs on our table were. So I decided to just spray them down super quickly with like Miss Meyer's multi-purpose spray. And then I'm just using a warm washcloth and wiping them completely down. I feel like this is one of the areas that only I would notice is dirty, but that is reason enough for me to clean it. It felt so good, so refreshing to eat here at like lunch and dinner after cleaning this. I of course wash down the top of it very regularly, like at least probably 3 times a day, but the like sides and bottom are rarely ever washed down, so it was so refreshing to clean that up. I'm going to finish up this area by mopping. I'm using my steam mop. It gets up so much dirt and grime. I love this thing. And all I'm using is distilled water inside it. Since I already had my steam mop out, I decided to do our back door area right here. We have a dog, his name is Django, and he goes in and out of the backyard a lot, you know, to do his business. So he tracks in a lot of dirt, unfortunately, and this back door gets the like grunt of it, so I like to steam mop it whenever I can. Here is all that dirt I picked up. This was white. And just in case you are detail oriented like myself and noticed this back door was incredibly dirty, I decided to clean it for you right now. And then this whole back porch area I'll be cleaning up later in this video too. And it's super satisfying. So usually my go-to for cleaning this window is a half and half mixture of water and vinegar, and then I'll spray it all over the window and then just use a squeegee, and it comes out so clean. But I had literally just washed this window the day before filming this, so I just needed to do a quick spot clean there because it was just covered in chalk and fingerprints from my kids going in and out the day before. And by this time, my sheets in the dryer were done. I actually put my mattress pad cover in first. That has to go in its own load, and then I put the sheets in a second load. So that's what I'm doing right now. We are back in the kitchen to finish in here. I had finished that whole breakfast nook area, so I'm just kind of working my way into the kitchen now, cleaning up all the Easter basket stuff that's here on the counter and putting it all back where it belongs. I could blame Easter for how messy it is in here, but man, I feel like on like a normal day, our kitchen just somehow ends up looking like this at the end of the day and I'm having to clean it up. So this could have been any day for our house, and I feel like it's just the season of life that we're in right now, but I am so grateful for it. I am making breakfast for my kids, lunch and dinner for my family. I have a fully working kitchen and I'm able to make some yummy meals. So I've actually been getting into sourdough bread, so I'm showing you my first like successful loaf. So I have jumped on the sourdough bandwagon and I'm loving every single second of it. It is so much fun. And my family, of course, is loving it too. I get to bring over extra loaves to them. I've been making a sourdough like bowl every single day. I've been doing a lot of troubleshooting, which is why I've been making so much. So if you're not super familiar with sourdough bread, it can be kind of complicated, but not really. Like you have to work on your timing and figure out when it's doubled and how long to keep it in the fridge and different things like that. So it's just super fun to play with and see what you're doing affect how your loaf turns out. So anyway, that is just a little hobby that I recently got into and am loving. And now, okay, in this video, I am working on cleaning up our whole trash can and the whole area around it. I picked up all the pieces that had missed the trash can, and I will also be spraying down the cabinets on either side that just get super dusty and splatter marks all over them from different things that we're throwing into the trash. So anyway, it's not a glorious area to clean, but 100% necessary and always feels good when it's done. So even between just filming today's video and cleaning up, I was working on making another sourdough loaf. So that's what that bowl was on the counter. It was currently just, it's called fermenting on the counter. So usually here in Florida, it only takes about 4 hours for it to ferment, and then I stick it in the fridge. But I'm just cleaning up the rest of the kitchen and bringing it back to its baseline. So the Dutch oven here on the stove, I've been storing in our oven because I literally don't have anywhere else to keep it. I am actually borrowing it from my in-laws because I don't have one, but that's what you use to cook a sourdough bread like bowl. So I have decided that I really love making the sourdough bread. So I'm going to invest in a Dutch oven now, but I will have to go through my whole kitchen and reorganize it. So if you guys want to see that video, definitely let me know in the comments. Before washing and prepping our fruit, I need to take care of all of these dirty dishes. So after filling up our dishwasher, I still had a few things that I needed to hand wash, and lucky for you, I get to speed through this process super quickly. So now that I have a clean sink, I'm going to wash all of the fruit that we got from our grocery order this morning. So I just laid out a couple towels that I don't care about too much from getting stained from the strawberries. And the way I like to wash strawberries, I share this pretty regularly, but I just put some water in a bucket with about a 1/4 cup of distilled vinegar, and then I will soak strawberries in it for about 2 minutes, and it's kind of like a vinegar bath is what it's called. And then I just lay them out on a towel and try to space them apart so it's easier for them to dry off. And I do the same thing with the blueberries. But the vinegar bath really helps keep them super fresh. I don't get any mold on our blueberries or our strawberries when I do the vinegar bath. So that is why I do it as soon as we bring any strawberries or blueberries home. For grapes, I usually just spray them off super well and then give them a nice bath and just dip them in and out until I feel like they're nice and clean. The water is always super hazy after cleaning grapes. It really grosses me out. Now that our fruit is drying, I can finally finish up the kitchen. I'm just going to spray down the counters with, I like using Miss Meyer's multi-purpose spray. Mine is in the lemon scent. And I like using this angle with the camera because you can really see all the crumbs that I'm picking up. It can be kind of hard to capture all the dirtiness of our house sometimes on camera. The camera always makes it look so much cleaner than it actually is. So I try my best to try and show you what I'm cleaning off. Later, I will put all of these in glass mason jars, but the rest of our kitchen is super clean. Now that I'm done with the kitchen, I decided to come right back here into our laundry room because the loads in the washer and dryer were done. And since I was already in here, I decided to finish cleaning up our laundry room. It wasn't too awful, but I like doing one room at a time. So I finished the breakfast nook, the kitchen. Now I'll finish the laundry before moving on to our next room. I find it so much easier to focus on cleaning one room at a time rather than bouncing back and forth through our entire house. And then I feel like nothing is actually getting cleaned. Now that our laundry room is all picked up, put away, loads are being washed, this is my foyer and our dining room, and it does not usually look like this. Here's more of that Easter basket stuffing that my 2-year-old just had so much fun with, and some more chalk drawings because I had left their Easter basket completely unattended and within reach here on the kitchen table. So partly my fault, but also he's only 2, so what do I expect? Now it is just time to clean it all up, put everything away, and basically get back to baseline, because when our house is in baseline, my kids don't make nearly as big of messes, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't leave things that I don't want them playing with within reach usually, and that makes my life so much easier. Our whole house is completely baby proof, so if it's not their toys, then usually it's in a locked baby proof cabinet or locked closet where they can't get to either. One day I'll be able to have some really nice little decorative tables, maybe even here at the entryway with some decorations on them, but right now that is not my season, and I am enjoying my kids being little, so I can forego all the beautiful decorations until they're a little older and I get to enjoy them being little. This is a little bunny origami dollar bill. They are adorable. My mother-in-law had shaped them for like a Easter egg hunt for the kids, so I sat there and undid all of them so I could put it in my kids' piggy banks, or like we have like a little safe in our room for their little dollar bills that they've been collecting. Anyway, cleaning up this table, and now that we have a nice dining room and foyer, it is so refreshing. I'm going to be moving over quickly to this fireplace area, cleaning up all that filler and washing off all the chalk that my son so thoughtfully decorated for me. Somehow our living room still looks pretty well put together. It just needs a little straightening, some toys that need to be put in the playroom, and of course just a little bit of that filler that has been all around our house. So picking all that up, straightening everything up, and getting this back to baseline before we move on to our next room. I like to share this whenever I can, but we have so many books. So to keep them all organized, I keep most of them in a locked closet in my daughter's room. They can't get to them, and I use a book rotation system, so they always have fresh new books to look at and they're excited by it, and I don't have to sit there and pick up 100 books every single day that my son likes to just tear down from the bookshelf. I've decided to work on my kids' bedrooms next. I usually do Owen's first because it's not nearly as bad as Cecilia's. Hers is awful, usually. Anyway, his is pretty straightforward. He doesn't have a lot in here yet, so it makes cleaning in here so much easier. But anyway, I am focusing on changing his sheets. I'll be changing out his diaper pail and wiping down his mirror and dresser and just getting it nice and fresh for him. So as of right now, my kids are 2 and 4, and I haven't kept any toys in their bedrooms. It has made our life so much easier, but we are also completely blessed to have a room dedicated to their playroom, so we just keep all their toys in there. It makes cleaning the rooms super easy, especially since I'm the one that usually has to clean them up. So I'm really just making my life better or easier. I'm using some disinfecting wipes to wipe down the entire diaper pail here. Owen is 2, so he's getting pretty close to potty training. He's actually gone on the potty a couple times, and I am so excited because I will be able to get rid of this diaper pail hopefully very, very soon. Kind of hard to see in the video, but I'm just spraying down this wall because there were a bunch of dirty handprints all over it. I'm just using some water and a microfiber cleaning cloth. Whenever I'm cleaning our walls, I like to start with just water if I can to clean them, because that's just keeping it super simple. If I need to use anything extra, I will use that, but typically just a warm water washcloth gets the job done. For mirrors, I like to use half water, half vinegar, and a washcloth, and it gets them nice and clean too. Now that Owen's room is completely clean, I'm going to be moving on to Cecilia's room here. So hers usually gets a little bit more messy, but like I said earlier, since we keep most of their toys inside their playroom, or all their toys really, it makes cleaning their room so much easier. So they will bring some toys obviously into their rooms, and then we just bring them right back into the playroom. But typically there's just a bunch of laundry and blankets from fort making in and around their bedrooms. And Cecilia has a bunch of cards, so her cards get kind of everywhere too. But anyway, changing her linens now and taking her mattress off her bed so that I can get all those cards and different things that like to creep down under her bed. We recently just got Cece some new sheets, and I did a little bit of research before buying them this time because I really wanted some sheets that are going to last her a while. And from what I was reading, a lot of people were recommending the Target brand sheets. So I bought a couple packs of some Target brand sheets for her. That's what this is from, and hopefully these last longer than the ones she had on there before, because those got all like pilled up and pulls, and they got holes in them like super quickly. I had gotten them from like Marshall's or something before. So anyway, decided to try spending just a little bit more on sheets, so hopefully they last longer and save us more in the long run. Using my bottle of half water, half vinegar on Cece's mirror here. She loves just taking the lotion that I put on her right after her bath and drawing with it on this mirror. So I'm wiping down all that lotion on this mirror. Just wanted to note that Old Baby burp cloths work great at washing windows and mirrors. Now that Owen and Cecilia's rooms are nice and clean, I'm gonna pick up everything that I threw out of the rooms into the hallway. Usually it's just a bunch of laundry, so instead of going back and forth from here to the laundry room, I just throw it all out here in the hallway and I can pick it all up at one time. I love to put a laundry basket right here, but I feel like this hallway is too narrow for it. And if you've seen our bathroom, it's also pretty narrow and there's not a good spot to put a laundry basket in there either. So for now, I've just been putting one in our laundry room and that's where I put all of their dirty laundry. Now that I have all this cleaned up, I'm gonna move on to our back porch where my kids have just had so much fun. So I'm gonna clean up all their fun and put everything away. I thought it was a good idea to bring the chalk out here, so they were drawing with chalk all over our back patio, and of course they drew all over their little playhouse here, but really it's pretty easy to clean up. Like, all you have to do is hose it all down, so that's what I do in a little bit. And honestly, they played with the chalk out here on the porch for a really long time. So my rule of thumb when it comes to messes is if they are entertained by whatever they're doing longer than it does like take me to clean up, then I am usually perfectly fine with them making that mess. Everyone I've talked to about chores for littles has told me to start them young. So I've been starting Cece already. She's 4. She's such a good helper. Like, if I ask her to help pick up things, like I could have asked her to help pick up all this chalk, she would have, and I usually do. I just don't like her being in my videos too often, so that is why I'm not having any help from my kids right now. But it is a good idea to include your kids as early as you can, so I just kind of wanted to mention that. The best part about having things out here on the porch is everything is waterproof out here. So to clean anything off, all I do is hose it down. Hosing down all the chalk that my kids drew all over their playhouse. They had so much fun with it. And luckily it just washed right off. So they were entertained for hours with this, and it only took me not even 5 minutes to wash off. Also making sure to wipe down all the tables and everything with chalk on them too, but luckily it just cleans right up super quickly. We get to enjoy a nice clean porch. Now it's time to put away all the blueberries and strawberries so they are completely dry. I like putting a paper towel on the bottom of my mason jars, put the strawberries and blueberries inside, and then close it up. Mine has like a little rubber gasket, so it helps with the seal even more, and I have found that these help keep the strawberries good for like 2 weeks. Without these glass jars, my strawberries go bad so quickly, so I love using them. Going room by room here, so now I'm going to focus on our master bedroom. So I have my mattress cover here that I'm going to put on, and then my sheets are currently running in the dryer, so when they are done I'll be able to put them right back on our bed. And in the meantime, I'm going to clean up all the dirty laundry on the floor, put away all of our Easter supplies here that we don't need anymore, and just clean up all the things that, because I've been so busy, I tend to just throw things around our room instead of putting them back where they belong. So if you are new here, I am actually trying to put together a little reading nook in the corner of our bedroom here. I recently sold our big desk that was in here and like a big gaming chair. So all of that is out of our bedroom now, and I'm trying to put together a reading nook. But I'm trying to keep it in the budget of how much I sold everything on Facebook Marketplace for. And it's making it a little bit challenging. I can't just go online and buy a $500 chair. I am just searching Facebook Marketplace and trying to find what's going to work best for me. In the meantime, I've been using my side table drawer here for everything that I need, but I have a vision and I cannot wait to share it with you guys. It'll have a little pull-out desk and different things for me to use my laptop there if I need to, or just be like a cozy little reading nook. So I will keep you guys updated when I can. Sheets are ready to be taken out of the dryer now, and as soon as they come out, I like to fluff them. That way they don't get as wrinkled. Just take them straight out of the dryer and into the laundry basket. They get really wrinkled. So when I pull them out, I fluff them out to cool them down a little bit, and then I don't have nearly as many wrinkles. I had left my bedroom door open, so Owen surprised me when he was in the middle of my bed in here, but he was just being super silly. I had decided to just start with my pillows because I thought he would get really bored and decide to get down and leave. But instead, he just sat there with me and we chatted and had a whole bunch of fun. He pretended to sleep and play with my watch reflection. He kept finding that, so we played with it for a little bit. But this is just proof that even if your kids are around, you can still have fun and clean at the same time. We are nearing the end of today's video, so if you have made it this far, let me know in the comments, and please don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you really got some motivation from this video. I appreciate every single one of those thumbs up. It helps get this video out there to other people that also need motivation to get up and going. So if you are new here, I hope you consider subscribing. I make a new video every single Sunday. And if you still need some motivation, I have a ton of other motivating videos right here on my YouTube channel. So I hope you go check them out.